Hello, hello.
Hey, Sarah, and all of our beauty friends out there.
Hi, Kristen. I'm so excited today for coffee and craft
Craft
wire. Of
fire.
course, it's a little late in the day for me to have coffee, but probably not for you.
No, it's just noon here. So
Yeah.
um I had like lunch for breakfast and now I'm having coffee for lunch. So I'm all twisted around today.
Just like wire.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wire. I am opting for a sparkling water because I needed something cold and refreshing, and I can't have coffee after noon, or I
Yeah.
will be up all night. And unfortunately, I had a kid up all night last night throwing up. So
Oh
I don't want to have coffee and then not sleep tonight too.
no. Right. That would be bad. I
I
hope
want
you're
to
feeling better.
Yeah, she's feeling much better. I think it was like one of those 24-hour stomach things, but she's doing a lot better. So nobody else seems
Nice.
to have any issues yet. I know the owner of Softflex drinks coffee at bedtime. I don't know how he does that. He
My
almost like
father-in-law used to do
overdoses.
that
I
too.
feel like he overdoses on coffee.
Well, for some people, it puts them to sleep. My father-in-law would always drink it at night, and it would put him to sleep.
You know what's interesting is we can probably pop this screen off. Just so you know, 15% off Softflex Craft Wire all through next Tuesday. Look at that coupon code there, Craft Wire 15 to take advantage of that code. Let me see where I pop that off to.
I forgot that we were talking behind the curtain.
Talking away. So let me switch this so it's a little easier to see us. Yeah, so when one of my kids was diagnosed with ADHD, the psychologist suggested we give them caffeine because when you have ADHD, caffeine can calm you
Yeah, I've
and
heard
make you
that.
focus. So
Actually,
it's
Ethan
true.
says that
It does
too. That
affect you
he
differently depending on who you are. For me, there is no way I could have it at bedtime.
No way. No. I mean, even now, I will probably be up. I'll have a very productive evening today. I'll say that with
Yay
this
for
at noon.
bird. I should text him and be like, be prepared. Your wife is
I
ready to be
know.
productive.
He's got a long day today, so it probably will be. I'll actually end up probably doing things that have no bearings on him or the house because he won't be here. I'll just fiddle today.
Someone is commenting on your moon tray. What is going on your table?
I know. I'm just like, I told Sarah that I have everything is in one box, all of my supplies. So it's like I have to take everything out of the box while I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. My moon tray I made.
We jumped from you. We're trying
Back
to
to
look at your
you.
moon tray, but I think we lost our feed. Here it comes.
Yeah,
There it
so
is.
I made this with air dry clay.
You made that
Um,
with air dry clay?
yeah, a few years ago. It's
I would have
really
never guessed that.
I mean, it's not totally smooth. I think I have some dings and stuff in here, but it was my first try. I made a few of them in different it doesn't like to be on spotlight. It happens happens a lot.
Okay,
Um
we give.
so yeah. So yeah, just air dry clay and then I just painted it with acrylic
Beautiful.
paint and some gold acrylic paint and then that's it and let it just be.
Do you
I don't
think
even think I
can
put
you
a color.
stuff can you stuff beads into air dry clay?
Probably.
That seems like a really good free spirit beading. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've never done beads. It was the one and only project I ever did with air dry clay
That's
many moons
really
ago.
nice for the one and only time you've ever used it. Don't you guys agree? Can you guys give Kristen a heart or a thumb up if you think that's kind of ridiculous? That's the one and only time she's ever used it. And she made this beautiful plate that I thought she had probably picked up at a really nice like thrift store or
I know. Well, you know, it just crafts.
I see a lot of new stuff happening behind you too, and I didn't get to ask about it at TGBE because we were so busy trying to get through so many things. What's going on in your background?
Yeah, I have all sorts of stuff. This is a really old painting that I took off the stretcher bars before I left Arizona because I was leaving all of my artwork pretty much behind. So since this was an oldie, I was like, you know what? Let's rip it off the stretcher bars, see what happens. And I put it up here so that it wasn't just a plain white wall. But I was planning on repainting over it at some point. But I keep getting so many great compliments.
Those are my favorite colors, like the red and the turquoise and the blue with like the peach color. It's so pretty.
So that was my original intention, was like, I'm going to put it up and then I'll play and then I'll paint on it. And then everyone's been commenting on it. So now I'm like, well, now am I going to paint over it?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
No.
Because I don't have that much other canvas. Like, this is one of the few canvases I have to paint on. We'll see what happens.
What else is over there? What's on the other side?
This is a craft wire. This was our series of. This was really fun. You can find this on YouTube. Yeah. So this one
series of what are they? Sun catchers?
Sun catchers. It's like every week we did a different shape and color of the rainbow. And of course, ended it with a little mushy mushroom was the last one we did. But yeah, this was a really fun series. I used our 16 gauge for the frames, but you can also use 18 gauge. And yeah, that was really fun. So I had this on my front door when I first got here, but then I decided that I wanted it behind me. Yeah. And then this was the portal painting series I did to fundraise for Hudson to get a new violin, which he was able to purchase before he left for college.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was just a portion of it, but I did a little fundraising for him. With all of your help out there, for those of you that purchased one. So these were some smaller ones I just had left and I stuck them on. I brought these with me because I embroidered with beads on one of them.
Oh.
I did this on a YouTube video too. And I thought, well, maybe I'll bring some of these that I can also maybe embroider. So that's why they're here, to kind of
like how you can hang them from their corner like that.
I know, you could do it either way. So depending on how you want it, so you can either do it that, or you could do it like a little square too.
Did everybody notice that we got like maybe 1 week of white walls from Kristen? And then it was like, no, I got to fix it.
No, I can't have just all white walls behind me.
Do this. Who can
a lot of the house, I know, a lot of the house still has white walls because it's really hard to hang stuff up the way the walls are here.
Yeah.
But I've been okay in my office, and I have stuff taped in my office and things just kind of all over. And then these are just 2 little paper one pieces that came with me. And then I have a few paper pieces behind me. I don't even know if I could spin you around, but let's see.
Oh. There's a very white wall.
There's a white wall.
Oh, so look at. Oh, those are pretty. Are those new?
Those are all new.
Oh, those look new.
Yeah. So they're just taped up on the wall behind me.
Much texture.
I know. So fun. So I did those over the past week or so. So yeah, so some new stuff, some new things happening, which was exciting to have a blank slate, right? And kind of, I'm missing some things, but then I'm loving other new things.
It's a blank slate, basically.
Yeah.
Debbie's saying, don't paint over it. You could upload that design and make wallpaper out of it. I love it.
Good idea.
Hey, do you ever use, what is that program?
Spoonflower.
Yeah, do you ever use Spoonflower?
Years ago, I did
You
upload a
could
few
make
pieces of art
comics.
there, but I'm not a sewer, so I never really it didn't really gain steam because I wasn't really like buying it and using it and showing people what to do with it. I just sort of loaded up a few pieces
You
of
need to
art.
partner with someone on that.
I do.
You
That's a
need to
good
find
collaboration.
a
Like
seamstress
Kate
person.
Richberg.
That is such a good idea. I bet she would love to do that.
Yeah, that's a
Ooh,
really good idea. That's a
I come
really good
up with the
idea.
best ideas at Coffee and Craft Wire.
You do. And you don't even have coffee.
I don't have any coffee. Oh my goodness. Well, let me take you over to my table. I got a couple things to show you. I was playing around before we got going with making this sweet little fun craft wire pumpkin.
That is so cute.
Isn't it cute? I've never made one like this before. At least I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Over 25 years, it's always like hard to know what I made like 10 years ago. Because I'm like, oh, did I make this before? But no, I don't think I've made one before. So I was going to make one for you. Again, I just started making them, so I wouldn't consider myself an expert. And it's okay if they're a little messy. So that's helpful when you're just starting out with something like this. But it would make a cute little pendant. You could do it smaller and make it into earrings. Super fun. You guys cleared us out on our trick or treat bags last week. We put them up on
So
Wednesday,
fast.
and they
So
were
fast.
gone. I don't even, they may have even been gone on Saturday, maybe like Saturday night. I tried to post about them on Sunday, and Kristen was like, nope, those are sold out. And I was like, what happened? So since those cleared out so quickly, I made a new treat bag when I was in the office this week. Just like the last one, I collected some varying things that were themed for Day of the Dead. And there are some nicer things in here than even the first one. There is a gemstone strand in here. Just give FYI. We didn't put that in the description, but I'll tell you guys. We're doing 50% off on it again. So if you want to grab one, these are also limited quantity. I couldn't make too many of them, but there are some cool things in there. And you can shop that at softluxcompany.com. Along with the 15% off on all of the Softflix craft wire that we're offering starting today.
And we put some Halloween charms on
Oh, that's right.
closeout.
Yeah.
And I also went through and in some cases made little deeper discounts on a few things that we had that were still kind of had a few left over from the last time. Yeah.
New closeouts are up today. And it's your opportunity to get a really nice little discount on a holiday themed item. And you probably can still get it before the holiday if you order it right now, because we do ship pretty quickly. I can't promise, but pretty close. So go check out our closeout section as well. We have a lot going on.
We do.
We
We
hired
do have a lot going on.
3 new people this week, you guys. 2
I
started.
know. I'm so excited.
One
3. That is like a huge amount for our small team to have 3 new people.
It's gigantic. It is. I can't even say enough how excited I am, because we've been a little short staffed. You've probably noticed we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off. But yeah, we got 3 new people. My bracelet just slipped off, so I'm just flipping it back on. We'll see if it'll do what I'm asking it to do. There we go. I got my TGBE bracelet on. Can barely take it off. I love it so much. I think I like it even more than the first one.
It's really cute. It's very pumpkin-y feeling.
Yeah, I love it. I just think it's so pretty. I love the bright colors. I love the turquoise and green on the sugar skulls. Anyway, you can still get a TGBE kit, a Day of the Dead kit, and all the components are in that kit and in the bead mix that matches it to make this bracelet. And you can find that on our website as well. Okay, should I get going? Do you want time to
Sure. I just keep pulling things out.
Oh, okay. Just keep muddling things up over there and I'll
my whole table is now covered with bags of stuff.
I'll go ahead and show something. Yeah, you know what's the best thing about having new staff, you guys, is in the new year we'll be able to fire back up and have more live sales. We'll be able to do even more events, and it will be super fun next year being at Softflex and being fully staffed. So you will get more as well, which will be lovely. Okay, so I'm going to use the 18 gauge wire and the Softflex craft wire. This is a copper-based wire. This particular one has a coating that keeps that copper bright and copper colored. That's why it's called a non-tarnish copper. Some of them, like this one, has a silver plating. So it's copper with a silver plating and then a gold color over the top of it. It also has a coating to keep it looking the same color at all times. They're all non-tarnishing except for bare copper. If you want like a bare metal. We used to have like a tinned copper also. We don't carry that anymore though. But you know, all of them have a coating to make sure that they do not tarnish. They're hypoallergenic, which is great if you want to make ear wires, which I highly suggest and do often.
Definitely.
Feeling annoyed. I'm running my nylon jaw pliers, my trusty, well-worn nylon jaw pliers over the wire, and that just kind of gets it going. It straightens it out, makes sure there's no kinks in it, but it also kind of starts the work hardening process. If you guys had a great time at TGBE last weekend, tell us about it in the comments. What was your favorite presentation that you went to? What was your favorite anything, a favorite kit that you got, or whatever you want to share about TGBE? I want to hear about it in the comments. I can't believe it was our 17th TGBE. How is that?
I know. It's nuts.
And possible.
I need more craft wire.
You need more craft wire?
Well, I just grabbed, like, when I moved, here, because I have a bunch of craft wire still at the other house for when I go back there.
Right.
But I've got silver, I've got gold, I've got a little bit of antique copper and a little bit of vintage bronze, meaning like just two gauges in each color. And you guys, right? Like, how's everyone else doing out there with their craft wire stash? Do you need to go through and make sure you have all of your colors and all of your gauges?
For the holidays. Because you don't want to get in a pickle where you're like, I don't have any ear wires and I don't even have craft wire to like do something about it.
Yeah, I felt like, I mean, I have all my favorites, I guess, but they're definitely like, I need more.
So I'm using the multi-size looping pliers and I'm making a very wonky coil. It does not need to be perfect. As you can see, the charm of the pumpkin is kind of its imperfections, you know, it's not a perfect situation. So I'm not going to worry too much. I do have to kind of hop over my little extra wire there as I make a revolution. You just kind of pull out and then push back in around it. I'm using the biggest size on the plier. You could totally go smaller. I felt like it was easier to see on the biggest size, so that's what I went for. I don't know how many coils. I just went for it on this one. I guess I could count so you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coils.
Yes, you should probably get extra for Christmas crafting for sure, Nancy. And Teresa says, I do need to go through it. Yeah, this is going to be good for me too, because I'm going to go through and see now what didn't I bring that I should have brought.
Yeah.
My
sure.
mother-in-law is coming next week, and I've got quite a list of things that she has to get me from my house, and craft wire might be
Really?
that's on the list.
Is she? I can't believe she's even doing that for you. I'd be like, no.
I know. Well, she's coming over to see Ethan this week, and when she gets there, I'll go through my list and we'll see like what it really looks like.
Oh my
How
gosh.
much stuff is it that she has to put in her suitcase?
It's like craft wire. This weighs 1,000,000 pounds. That's awesome. Okay, so this is the point where we're gonna kind of spring out. And you don't want to crush anything. So be gentle. Gentle springing. We'll spring it out. And then we're going to wrap. I want these to be, I don't know why I didn't do it so they're in the same spot. Let me go around a little bit more. So I want these two wires to kind of meet up. So I think I want them to go the same direction. And I'm starting to just go into a circle. And they're still not quite meeting. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit more.
So cute.
Yeah. And this does take a little futzing. It's not perfect science, you know. So once you get it to this shape, that's where you're going to start kind of wrapping around. So you're going to take this wire and wrap it around the other. And one way to be able to do that, I think, is going to be to hold these two pieces together. Side my pliers. If I can get it to cooperate with me. Okay, and then I'm going to, oh, why are you not cooperating? Let me do this first, I guess.
A few of you are concerned about me putting her over the weight limit on her luggage, but she might just have to stick craft wire in her purse.
Oh, heavy duty.
So it doesn't mess with her luggage. Although she just needs bathing suits, really. I mean,
yeah. What's she bringing?
Well, she doesn't have to bring much. My house, hopefully.
Oh my gosh, your whole house. Okay, once you've got that kind of connected, then you're going to sort of squish your pumpkin in. And the goal is to kind of make your way to the middle. This was way easier on my first one, I swear. Isn't that how it always works?
It does. It's almost like, it's like a camera thing too. It's
yeah.
Like...
Right. So you're going to kind of make your way to the middle and keep wrapping around this centerpiece. The nice thing about craft wire is if you mess with it long enough, you can kind of get it to do what you want it to do. It just sometimes doesn't want to cooperate in the way that you're asking it to. And that is the case here for some reason. So I'm going to center and then kind of pull out those loops, keeping that fun shape. Go. Getting much closer to where I want to be. And they can overlap a little bit. They can kind of be all over, but just get it as much to the center as you can. And don't worry too much about perfection again. Just, this is a fun project. Okay, once I've got that, I'm going to kind of come in and squeeze down those little messy loops there. And I can come in and make my right angle because I want to make my loop.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know.
Could you put a glow in the dark bead in the center? Ooh,
Oh, that's a fun idea. My kids would love that.
that would be super cute.
You could probably do like glow in the dark tubing through it too. Like a tube, because it's hollow on the inside. Or like a neon, could do like a neon colored thread or something. It would be fun. And then the best part of all, once you get that all futzed with, is you get to add little vines to it.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to take our 20, this is 22 gauge. You could definitely go thinner if you wanted to. We go all the way up to, I think, 26 gauge, 28 gauge in green, probably.
Yeah. So what was the gauge, did you say, for the first one?
I did 18 gauge.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to take a little piece and then I'm going to start curling. And I'm going to curl from tip to cone bottom. And the reason is it'll get a little bit bigger and the tip will be a little smaller. I'm going to do it on both sides. And this doesn't.
I think your second one you did might have been a little longer of a.
It was longer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I thought it would be easier if it was longer. I think what I'll do is I'll just make multiples of these to wrap around it and it'll be fine.
So cute.
So I'm just going to pull out my vines. And you can trim these if you find you made it too long. Oh, come on. What on earth? Oh, and then you just kind of wrap that around here. To give some decoration to your pumpkin. And I think I might make a few of those vines in this case.
Give it a little extra.
Yeah.
Speaking of pumpkins, you had a lot of pumpkins from the pumpkin patch.
I know. Yeah.
There's a whole wheelbarrow of pumpkins.
We have this great pumpkin patch that's like a produce farm as well. And they sell their pumpkins for so super cheap. So the kids were like super excited. They didn't get to carve pumpkins last year.
Yeah.
They were super excited about picking pumpkins. And so I was like, okay, pick that huge pumpkin. That's fine.
Get the biggest pumpkin you want. Oh
I mean, there were way bigger pumpkins because they do like the gigantic ones that you can sit on top of and everything.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But we're going to come over to your table while I'm talking.
Okay.
But I was, yeah, it was like this year you guys can have the moon, you know, like
Aww,
you want a big pumpkin and a little pumpkin. If it fits in this wheelbarrow, you got it. Yeah. They've been through a lot. So
that's so nice.
Getting the house painted so they don't get to decorate for Halloween this year other than
the pumpkins.
Yeah. So I was like, ooh, we'll just make this like extra special this year.
Oh my gosh. Every pumpkin we have carved is rotten the next day, says Thomas. I know. It's so hot in Phoenix. It's hard to have pumpkins.
It's very hard. Yeah, we even here, I carve our pumpkins the day of.
Yeah.
They won't last very long when you carve them.
So I made a little jack-o'-lantern and boho flower swirly earring.
That's adorable.
Isn't that cute? I was looking at our, we did this a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago with the owls, this little swirly earring component. And yesterday when I was working on the Day of the Dead kit, I saw how cute these were together, the little jack-o'-lantern and the boho flower. So I decided to put them together with a little swirl. I'm going to use the 20 gauge antique copper craft wire to do the main component here. And probably about, I don't know, 5 inches is what I've got cut off.
Those earrings are adorable.
Thanks. So cute. And then
trick-or-treaters?
What?
Do you think you'll have trick-or-treaters?
That's a really good question. I have no idea. I mean, I'm definitely in like a neighborhood, and it feels like people that live here have probably lived here for a while. And I do see a school bus, and I do see kids walking home from like the high school. So I don't know. I don't know. That's good. I mean, my block is pretty busy. Like there's a lot of, it's like the main road to get to the downtown area. So people come through here. So I don't know if that would make it more trick-or-treaty or less because it is kind of busy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What about you guys out there? Do you get a lot of trick-or-treaters or like no trick-or-treaters? Tell us in the comments.
I don't even know if it's really that much of a thing here, Nancy. Exactly. I know that there was a little costume thing at the Arts and Crafts show last weekend when I went to go visit our friend Kristen Fagan.
You saw Christy?
Yeah, she had a little table at an art and craft show, and Bert and I went and said hello to her.
I love that.
So there were some kids dressed up for that. I probably made these very different, but that's okay. So I just swirl, swirl, swirl. So yeah, so I did see people in costume, but I don't know how much of a thing it is, you know?
Yeah.
So after you make your
I'm so
curious
to find out when you, after Halloween, what you thought.
I know, to see what happens. So I'm going to put my spiral into my round nose pliers, and I'm going to take the craft wire up and over like that to make this little, almost like a pelican kind of looking. And then I'm going to put my round nose pliers back in to that loop I just made. And then I'm going to go up and over in the opposite direction. It kind of looks like this. And then I'll use my chain nose pliers to wiggle those loops down closer to my spiral.
Loving everybody's comments. This is my dog thinks kids come to our house specifically to pet her.
Aw. I know my dogs don't generally love Halloween, so because it's just so much activity, and they're like rah 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 rah. Oops, yeah. I forgot.
Dana says her street is a bah humbug street, and no one comes down it. But literally, if somebody stops at her house, they're gonna get hundreds of candies.
Oh my gosh. So you're prepared, even though.
Oh, I see. Oh, no. I read it wrong. The street literally one house away from me gets hundreds.
Oh, you know, it's funny how that happens. Like there are just certain blocks that just get bombarded, and then other ones don't. I forgot to put my bead on. So before I make my loop at the top, I have to like straighten this back out. Okay.
Does everybody have their candy already? Are you on team buy candy ahead of time and start eating it? Or team I can't buy candy until the day of?
That's me. I'm on the second one. I have to wait because otherwise it'll all be gone and I will have eaten it all. And I also have to be team like put it in the freezer to slow me down.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Debbie's asking a question. She's saying, is there an active coupon code from the design kit or any kits? Yes.
No.
No active coupon code right now.
Oh, if you have a design kit,
If you have a
yes.
kit, yeah. If you have a kit, there should be.
Yes, you just need to look in your kit
kit.
package. There's a couple of coupons that expire, I believe, the end of the month. And then there's also one. So if you get a kit, here's a tip, right? Like, we are incentivizing you to get it while it's still a mystery. So when you get the kit and it's still a mystery, we have not revealed it yet, you'll always have a coupon code in that kit to use on your next order. But here's the kicker. It ends the Monday before we reveal it. So for instance, if you got the Badlands kit, we're going to reveal it next Wednesday. That kit coupon ends the Monday before we reveal it. So if you wait till we open it, then that coupon is not going to be active when you get it. So that's just one of those things. I've had a few people say, every time I get a kit, the coupon expired. Well, yeah, we incentivize you getting the kit while it's still a mystery.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So yes, there are a few kits. I think all of our kit coupons are valid at least until Monday. And then there's a couple that I think went until the end of the month. Depending on which kit you purchased.
Oh, that's nice. I love that, Nancy. She said 1 year I bought children's books at the thrift store for Halloween gifts to put in bags.
Oh, that's really
I could
sweet.
just go on my bookshelf and probably have more than enough to give out. But I don't think my kids would appreciate that.
They'd be like, what are you doing? Yeah, not too soon, Mom. Too soon.
Mm-hmm. I imagine you could go to like the dollar store and clear out some books there too.
That is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's especially nice for kids that have allergies and things that make it a little harder for them to enjoy the traditional candy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So now I'm going to use the 24 gauge because I would probably like 22, but I don't seem to have it. So I'm going to go down to 24 and using that same antique copper, I'm going to create a little dangle for the flower. I did have one street, like we definitely had houses that my kids knew, like this is the house that gives the full size candy bar, you know, and which is always so crazy to me.
Did you see the thing where a guy decided to give out a potato to each trick-or-treater and he thought no one would like it, but it turned out the kids were so excited about getting a potato?
That's amazing.
I did not see that.
That is so amazing.
Oh, Kim says that she used to make treat bags. She attached thin polyfill wispies to the inside lid of a turkey roasting pan, placed 100 treat bags into it, dressed as a witch, and when kids came to the door, I lifted the lid and it looked like it was steamy and the kids loved it.
Oh, that's really, really fun. You guys are way more fun than I am.
We did get a fog machine last year that never made it out because of everything that was happening last year. Yeah. So I know the kids are super excited about that. And like,
oh, that is going to be really cute.
Fog machine behind the pumpkins, and it'll be fine. And my house will be painted by the end of Halloween. I will finally have my sea mist greenhouse that I've been waiting for.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited to see that.
I'm going to flash our current coupon real fast because we've got a question on it. We're doing 15% off Softliks Craft Wire this week. It is Craft Wire 15 to get the discount. Remember, we do free shipping over $89 as well in the USA. And we also have those new items that I had shown you. We have a new treat bag that's 50% off. So if you went online and you put everything in the bag in your shopping cart, you would, I think, pay, I feel like it was was it $50? And we're charging $24.95.
Yes, that is right. It was like $50 and change,
Full
and then
retail.
we marked it down to $24.95.
So it's an excellent deal. It's a mishmash of things. It does have a gemstone strand in it that goes with the Day of the Dead theme. And we don't have very many of them. So if you want to grab one of those, do that fairly quickly. They went in 5 days last time, and we have even fewer. So yeah, just be warned, I guess. Oh, look at that little moon.
And these are so cute. These were in our Gone Batty kit, but we did bring some more in to the shop. And all of these little sweet petite charms, which have bats, moons, skeletons, mummies, cats, ghosts, are all marked down 20% off right now. And I think the cats, we only had like 3 packs left. So those were really almost gone. And the next one, I think, were the mummies, because they're just so cute.
The mummies are adorable. And if you're in a more of a holiday feel for Christmas coming up, there's a bunch of Christmas charms like these as well. They're not on closeout. They're just in the regular shop. But if you want to get a quick start on it, you could do that now.
For sure. So this was the other thing I put on my table because I wasn't sure. I actually brought this with me because I love this necklace. I bought this piece in Hawaii when I visited, and I call this my little treasure necklace. So it's got all of these little craft wire bits on the bottom. And it's got some silver silk knotted here. But I had handmade these little connections, and you'll see this one is starting to fray and come apart. So it needs a little fixing. I'm going to have to cut these off and redo that. But this was a really fun craft wire piece because all of these are craft wire connections made with my very favorite vintage bronze craft wire. I love this color. So if you don't have this color, oh my gosh, I love this color. And then I also made these fun little, like, just wire, I don't know, nests, I guess, like little wire nest connectors between the jump rings and between those beads. So I got to fix her. I got to fix this one. Because I'm afraid to wear it right now. I'm afraid it is going to fall apart on me.
I'm seeing how this looks as an earring. My little pumpkin.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Isn't it kind of cute?
It's really cute.
The copper is so nice because it gives it that orange tone.
Yes. You know? Yeah. And you know what would also be really cute? If you guys like little miniatures, like Kristen's did all of these fun little weirdling. Oh, it's raining out. Yeah, I didn't. It was cloudy today. But yeah, Christy did all of these like weirdling little setup on her table with like them having coffee and eating cinnamon buns and like all of this stuff. And I was just thinking how your pumpkin would be such a cute like little addition to a scene, a weirdling scene.
Yeah, it could be cute for dollhouse, people that do dollhouses and things. I was thinking the girls might really like that for their dollhouses.
I know some people do those little fairy homes in their yard, and that could be a really cute little addition for the season to give your little fairy house a pumpkin.
The kit on sale does not have the Day of the Dead. Well, what does it look like? Did you change it, Chris?
I changed the graphic. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's right at the top. In fact, I'll just show you real fast.
That's a good idea.
Let me go present, share screen, and we'll go to the Softflex Company website. There it is. Okay, so it's right here. So here's the top of our website. You're going to scroll down. You'll see that coupon code is almost always in this little sale tag whenever you're looking for what coupon code's available right now. But down below it, this is the goodie bag right here. And it's $24.95 50% off regular priced items inside the bag. You can also see some of our closeouts that just got added as singles, so they're easy to find. If you want to see all the closeouts, go up to shop, drop down, and then just click on closeouts, and then that will give you, you can do all closeouts if you want to see everything, or it has categories to make it easy to kind of look around and see what's going on. Got all those charms. Look at these mummies. They're so cute. So
They
cute.
really are.
We've got the Day of the Dead bead mix. We've got some shell pendants. If you keep going, there are 6 pages of closeouts here, you guys. Everything is on sale. Varying discounts. So check that out for sure. Look at this little owl on sale. For 90 cents, you can get this little ceramic owl, which is so fun for fall. And then also, not to be missed, when you're shopping, always check out new. And that will show you what's new. So we've got that new goodie bag. We've got those ceramic earrings and pendants. I saw you guys bought a lot of those over TGBE weekend. Thank you for all of those orders. The crew was astonished when they came in on Monday. Very excited about all of the orders. There's the sold out trick or treat bag. You guys just went quick on those. But we also have lots of beautiful leaves. We've got some gorgeous hearts. We've got our Badlands design kit and bead strand. Just a couple of those California Dreaming bead mixes left. And I think those are actually sold because I have somewhere they're going.
Speaking of the Badlands kit, I am going to share this on Monday. I made these sweet little pumpkin earrings with that strand.
Let me see. You caged that coin bead.
I did. So on the strands, you've got this coin bead. So I caged it, and I used one of these little pieces here as like the little foliage coming off the little pumpkin.
That's so good, Kristen.
Thanks. And then it's a homemade ear wire with a bead too. So
whoa, she's pulling out all the stuff on Monday.
We're gonna do that on Monday. Yeah.
That's
there's only 5 of these strands left. So go grab it. It's a beautiful strand. I mean, I was originally gonna do a big pumpkin with this one, but because the hole ran this way, I found it a little tricky. So I ended up using this one, but maybe somebody else can make a big pumpkin pendant. Right. I thought it would be fun to have the cage going that way.
It's a really pretty strand. I ended up using mine with Sam's bead box when Rachel came to visit. Let me see. I have it right here.
Becky's canceling her afternoon plans. Come join me.
Whenever I think of Becky having plans, I think of her axe throwing. And I'm not sure why. I think there was like one Zoom where she came from axe throwing or something. I don't know.
She was either coming from it or going to
My brain is like, Becky throws axes.
I love that.
Isn't it funny how you attach things to people? So funny. This turned out great. I used some beads from Sam's bead box, and then I used a lot of beads from that Badlands bead strand. And I think it turned out really cute.
Oh, yes. I love that. And you went asymmetrical with that one, which was fun.
I know I don't do that often, but I was definitely feeling it that day. I'm coming back over to your table. I can't wait to see those pumpkins that you're going to make.
I know. I was laughing. I said I did this one a couple of weeks ago, and then we had TGBE, and we had other things I had to do ahead of time. So I'm going to have to like watch the video that I watched.
Oh, and remind yourself how to do it?
Again.
Oh, man.
Yep. Yep.
Yes. If you are a bead store and you're logging in, you're only going to see the items that are available to you as a bead store, but everything will be discounted with your bead store pricing. If you want to buy a kit as a bead store owner just for your own fun, then you would check out as a guest, and then you can shop the entire Softflex website, but you won't get the same discount structure you would otherwise.
Right. You'll just get your retail price on that as a guest.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Kim's got all the ideas here. Last year, I made little make your own monster kits if they didn't want candy, and most kids wanted candy.
They were like, what? No, I want candy.
No, I don't want a kit. I don't want a kit. Give me the candy. Oh my gosh. My kids' candy lasts forever. We found that last year they took the candy and they put it in little bags and they hid it all over the house.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then they forgot about it. And then over the year, I would find these little sandwich bags full of candy and be like, whose is this? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's mine.
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure Bert and I probably ate more of our kids' candy than they did.
But I mean, I think that was the issue, especially Joshua was a big candy person. So he would eat like so much of their candy and they would get so frustrated. So
another reason why they hid little baggies.
That was a big reason.
We're gonna hide these.
Yeah, that was a big reason why. But anyway,
that's cute.
Yeah. It's not like they sit and just eat candy all the time. Like it ends up like lasting all year long.
A lot of the dentists too will take it back and give them money. So that's kind of, I know a few families that's what they did. It was they would bring it to
I donated a bunch of it to the troops because they'll send it overseas. And I was
that's true. That's true.
Like,
that's a great idea.
Not that they probably needed either, but you know, it's tricky.
Needs a little candy. Everybody needs candy.
Everybody wants a little candy. Nobody needs bags full of candy though.
Oh my gosh.
I know, Debbie, I have a friend that does the Switch Witch, which is pretty smart. You can they can pick a gift or they can keep their candy.
Oh, that's fun. That is smart.
Yeah, that is a pretty good one. Since none of my kids have like a problem with eating too much candy, I don't really worry too much about it.
Yeah.
Like they, you know, they're pretty good eggs and they do so much soccer and swimming and stuff. It's okay.
Well, this was fun that I got to fix this piece here because now I can wear it again.
I agree, Nancy. It is a stressful job to be a soldier overseas. So a little treat is definitely nice to be able to. For sure. Look at you. You've got a nice little design going there.
I know. I love this piece. So I'm excited I'm going to get to be able to wear it again without worrying about it falling apart.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I love the seashell.
I know the seashell's great. I don't know what these were, but I got like a package of 3 of them at a thrift store here in Hawaii.
Oh.
And I was like, maybe they were like a napkin ring, but then I was like, no, it's too small for a napkin ring. I don't know what they originally were.
Just like a decoration.
But they made a really cool pendant.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love that. Very nice. I like those earrings too. They were super cute.
Thanks. I'm all wired up now after my coffee at noon.
Ready to be productive. Where's Berto?
I'm back on my mushroom coffee too, which is I took a hiatus from that for a while, but it's back. So
why did you take a hiatus? What?
We just got like an espresso machine. And so I was using that for a while. And I was using a mushroom tincture that I just would put in my mouth. So I didn't need it in the coffee. But I don't. So it just the change. So now I'm back to having it in my coffee.
Do you like the taste of mushroom coffee?
Yeah, I was telling Bert because he's like, I don't know if I should try it. And I'm like, it just kind of tastes like a mocha to me. It's like it gives it a little chocolatey kind of flavor to it. Which, hey, speaking of chocolate, I will eat chocolate all day long in all the ways. So,
You and Christy.
yeah, I was telling her, she said, she was talking about chocolate on her live yesterday. And I said, you have to tell me where you're getting chocolate because
I'm
like
here now.
the regular stores just don't really have like that great of a selection here. And a few things I bought, I've just been like, wah, wah. So I told her she has to tell me where she's getting it and what type she's getting because I need my fix and it hasn't been working out yet.
What time is it there right now?
It is 12:58.
Kristen's in Maui, Cynthia. Cynthia's saying, oh my gosh, I'm on the East Coast of Florida and I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah. So we're 6 hours difference between me and you, Cynthia.
Are you finding that hard to communicate with your family on the East Coast? Or have you figured out a way to make it work?
Yeah, not much harder than before in Arizona, honestly. And my youngest, Hudson, is over in Boston.
That's right.
But he is a night owl. So it actually works out pretty well because around 10, 11 o'clock is actually a good time for him to talk.
So really well.
Yeah, so we found a day and a time on Sundays that both my kids in multiple parts of the time zones and me can all get together and chat. So yeah, so it works out.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Everybody is commenting on where to find chocolate in Hawaii.
Yay. Thank you.
On the road to Hana. Macadamia.
Yeah, I'm close to the beginning. I'm close to the start of Road to Hana. I'm actually right near the beginning of Road to Hana. So, but I don't want to drive the road into the Road to Hana often because it's kind of windy and scary. So,
is it pretty scary?
Yes.
What is it like? Does it a cliff? Is that why?
Yeah, you're on the edge. There's like hundreds of turns, like at root. And there's like, I don't know, I can't remember the number, like 80 or something one-lane bridges. So you have to stop and make sure, let the other person go and then they let you go. And there's mostly no railings or anything like that. If it's nice out, it's not so bad because everyone's going slow. But if it's raining, which it usually is, because that's the wet side of the island, it could be kind of scary. The last time we did it twice, and the first time was great. There was no rain. The second time we just drove for a little while, and we ended up turning around because it was a little hairy feeling.
Mm-hmm. That's so interesting. Okay, so we're doing a giveaway for a Day of the Dead bead mix. We've got 62 entries. This is your last chance to enter. You want to put in #treats. Dana's saying it's probably like Highway 1 in Northern California. Yes, which I just was driving on when we went camping. And I felt pretty confident and comfortable, but it wasn't raining. So I can see how that would be like a different story. That would definitely feel different. Okay, last chance to enter. I see a couple of you sneaking in here at the last minute. You must be present to win. Here we go.
Treats. I'm going to have to go back and read all your comments about where to get chocolate because I saw quite a few.
And YouTube. Are you here? Check in the comments. Let us know you're here. If you're here and you're going to email info@softflexcompany.com, include your shipping address and let Rosa know that you won a Day of the Dead bead mix and she'll get that out to you shortly. I see you're here. Woo woo!
Yay! We love when you're here.
Much better than TGBE when we have to go through 3 people.
I was like, Oh no. Oh no.
I feel like that's happened before at TGBE specifically because people
It
probably go
does.
in and out a little bit more than on a
Yeah.
regular show.
It's a busy weekend, so people are just, they pop out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we love all of you. Thank you for tuning in for some sparkling
Impromptu coffee and craft wire.
water.
Sparkling water and craft wire.
We're really happy to have all of you here with us. I hope that you will go and check out that coupon that we have for the craft wire. Stock up on your craft wire for the holidays. This is a great time to get some new colors. Maybe you've never tried before. Try a different gauge. The best gauges to have around, in my opinion, are like the 22 gauge and the 20 for sure. And then I really like the 18 and the 24 as well. So
I agree.
I
all four, you're set pretty much. But if you really only want to grab two, then the 20 and the 22 in the middle are probably the good options.
We've got green and red. If you're making holiday ornaments, you might want to grab the green or the red or the gold or the silver or the copper. I mean, so many fun different colors to get going. And if you're looking for inspiration, we have tons of videos using Craftwire on our YouTube channel. I'm sure we have a Craftwire playlist. I know we have a holiday ornament playlist that uses Craftwire all the time. So you can go there as well this week. And I'm sure Kristen will be putting in some inspiration pieces into our emails as the week goes on as well. So you can jump on that.
We even have a whole coffee and Craftwire playlist too for all the times that we've done this together. So that's a fun one if you want to just check back on all the projects we've done past coffee and Craftwire.
Yeah. And don't miss out on the 50% off treat bag. It's worth it.
There's some goodies in there.
This one was only $14.95. This one is $24.95. But I can literally, if you have both in your hands, you will feel the difference in the weight. Because there is a gemstone strand in here that is probably a big portion of what's weighing it down. But then there's some other goodies in there as well.
And they're not the same. So don't feel like, oh, I got one. They're totally different. So yeah.
Yeah, very different for sure. Okay. I'm sending all of you lots of love. We hope you'll go to our website and shop at softluxcompany.com. And we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Or not tomorrow morning. No. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow there's no live sale. Friday morning, Joyce will be in at 9:30 a.m. Pacific with Spill the Beads. And I don't think we have anything else going on that day. But next Monday, Miss Kristen will be back with Free Spirit Beading.
You got it. Yes, yes, yes. See you all soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.